Letourneau, and I'm here today from the Center for Ecotechnology, or CET. We're based out of Pittsfield, but we have our largest office here in Florence, Mass. We're a nonprofit that has been serving our community for the last 37 years. Our mission is to help educate the community, residents, and businesses about the technologies that have the least impact on the environment. Today I'm going to be giving a brief overview of some of our initiatives that we're working on at CET, focusing on renewable energies and what you can do today to make a difference. One of the main initiatives at CET that we're working on is the Go Green campaign. Over the next 3 years, our goal is to have 80,000 participants taking actions and saving a total of $100 million. One of the main things we're doing as part of the Go Green initiative is energy efficiency. We partner with Mass Save to provide no-cost home energy assessments. Through this program, residents are able to get instant savings measures, including CFL and LED light bulbs, programmable thermostats, as well as recommendations on insulation and air sealing that keep their home tight and energy efficient. We also work to reduce waste with the Go Green initiative. We work with the community to reduce waste by teaching students the benefits of recycling and composting, and coordinating hazardous waste collections in local towns and cities. We also have our eco-building bargain store that you may have seen in Springfield, Mass. We accept donations of household materials at the store and then resell them for reuse. What I'm going to be focusing on today that's a part of our Go Green initiative is renewable energies. We work to provide educational tours and events on renewable energy, encourage solar voltaic and solar thermal, and promote the New England Green Start and New England Wind programs, which I'll be talking about in just a few minutes. I want to start off though first by giving you some information on why renewable energy is so important. Each year, Massachusetts spends $22 billion on importing fossil fuels to meet the demand of our energy use. That money is going to other countries and other parts of the U.S. rather than staying in our local economy. When we import energy from other places, we also subject ourselves to price volatility as we are not in control of the supply. As you can see, this volatility has been fairly drastic at different points in the United States. Since 1990, we have also seen a steady 3% increase each year in our electricity costs. As a lot of you may have already heard, this year we're about to feel that volatility even more so, as National Grid has just announced a 37% increase in electricity costs. Before we get into the specifics of some of the different types of renewable energies available, I want to take a moment to note that it's important to know all different energy sources have impacts on the environment. While renewable technologies such as wind, shown here, will have some impact on the environment, it is drastically less harmful than the air pollution that fossil fuels emit. So at CET, we focus on renewable energies and technologies that have the least or minimal impacts on the environment. The first renewable energy that I want to talk to you about today, though, is wind power. Here you can see the variance in the size and scale of wind turbines. They can range anywhere from a single small turbine that powers a home to a large wind farm that can power an entire area. One of the most important aspects when discussing wind turbines is proper siting. You need to ensure that you have chosen a location that has enough wind, such as a mountaintop or coastal area, and is ideally near existing roads and infrastructure, such as transmission lines, to allow access without disturbing or harming additional wildlife. You also want to make sure that you educate the community about the program and ensure that they are aware of the benefits of having a wind turbine and are in support of it. Here we can see an example of a properly sited wind turbine. They are next to existing road and infrastructure for maintenance and are on top of a mountaintop for optimal wind. One of the biggest things about wind you may have heard is the concern over turbines killing birds. When wind turbines were first being built, they did in fact have an impact on the bird population in those areas due to lack of proper siting. However, now with proper siting, wind turbines have almost no impact on bird populations. Statistically, wind turbines now only kill 1 to 2 birds a year per turbine. To give you a bit of comparison, for every bird killed by a wind turbine, 10,000 birds are killed by human-related causes, such as flying into buildings or from your household cat. We also partner with the Mass Audubon Society, who have studied the impact of wind turbines on birds and strongly support the development of wind turbines and renewable energy sources. They have a strong focus on offsetting carbon emissions and feel renewable energies, including wind, are an important way to accomplish that goal. The next renewable energy I want to talk to you about is solar power. To give you an idea of the enormity of how much power can be harnessed through the sunlight, here are a couple of statistics. Every 14.5 seconds, enough sunlight reaches the Earth's surface to power the world for a day. and every 88 minutes, enough sunlight reaches the Earth's surface to power the world for an entire year. This map shows the solar assets in the United States and Germany. A lot of people express concerns that we don't have enough sun in Massachusetts to make a solar a viable option. However, Germany has the #1 solar policy in the world for installing solar systems. As you can see, compared to Germany, the capability for solar in Massachusetts is much greater than in Germany, so there's no real reason why we can't take advantage of the sunlight the same level in Massachusetts. Like with wind, siting is crucial if you're going to implement an effective solar system. For a good solar site, it is ideal to have it facing the south and to have that site get at least 4 to 6 hours of sunlight per day. You also want to make sure that you have the necessary amount of space, either on your roof or on the ground, to have the panels get that amount of sunlight. Lastly, if you install the panels on your roof, you need to make sure that the roof is in good enough shape. Typically, this means having a roof that is 10 years or less in age. Here are a few examples of solar arrays that have been installed in Massachusetts. Here you're seeing a residential project installed in Medford, Mass. This is a slightly larger solar array on a barn in Worthington, Mass. And here you're seeing an example of what it would look like to have a ground-mounted system. Now I'd also like to tell you about one option you can take to have renewable energies today. Mass Energy, a statewide nonprofit, gives you the option to choose to have the source of your electricity be 100% renewable energy today through the New England Green Start and New England Wind programs. The sources are all local in Massachusetts and New England, which helps create and sustain a local green economy in our region. Currently, Massachusetts has one of the more progressive policies in the country for carbon emission reduction. However, the electric companies are still only required to have 9% of the total energy they distribute be from renewable sources with an increase of 1% per year. By making the choice to have 100% of your electricity coming from renewable energy today, you are accelerating the progress of renewable energy projects in our region. Here you can see the difference in what you are currently getting from your electricity companies and what you would be getting if you chose to join the New England Green Start and New England Wind programs. The map here shows that where all the resources on the previous graph are located. You can see they're all within New England and the vast majority are here in Massachusetts. These are two examples of wind turbines included in the program. The Hull Wind Turbine is the very first community scale project in Massachusetts, and the Berkshire East Wind Turbine is the closest one to us here in Charlemont, Mass. Hopefully a lot of you will be seeing that this winter if you're going skiing. One of the reasons these wind turbines were able to be constructed is because of the New England Green Start and New England Wind programs. Mass Energy signs long-term contracts, which are typically 5 to 10 years, with suppliers, which allows new wind projects to be economically viable. Here we have a quote from the developer of the Ipswich Wind Turbine, saying that without the long-term contract with Mass Energy, the project would not have been able to be completed. These are different examples of solar projects. There are currently 350 solar systems in Massachusetts that are also part of the New England Green Start program. Another great renewable energy that we haven't spoken about yet is anaerobic digestion. This is using animal waste and leftover food waste to create new energy. And this is an example of one in the Jordan Dairy Farm in Rutland, Mass. There is also low-impact hydro, and this is an example of what would be on the New England Green Start program. It's in Rumford Falls, Maine. Now that you have some background on why the programs are so important, I'd like to give you some basics. There are two separate programs offered by Mass Energy. The first is the New England Green Start program, which means your energy would be coming from a mixture of renewable sources like the ones we spoke about today. And the New England Wind program is 100% wind power. All of the sources in both programs are local to Massachusetts and New England. The programs go right on your current electric bill, so there's no need to change your distributor from National Grid or WMECO. There is a small premium that would be added to your bill each month for these programs. The premium is based on your usage and averages out to be about the cost of a coffee per week. So for an average family home, New England Green Start is about $12 a month and New England Wind is about $19 a month. However, because Mass Energy is a statewide nonprofit, these premiums are tax deductible at the end of the year as a charitable donation. For more information, please go to the Mass Energy website at www.massenergy.org or feel free to contact CET. You are also able to sign up for the programs on the Mass Energy website. Thank you.